10 things that you should definitely consider before moving to Canada. Ellarigu namaskara. I hope you all are doing good. Welcome back to The Little Thing. Now we had decided that we'll not make 10 things why you should not come to Canada video, because just in our last video we told you 5 reasons why you should come to Canada. But if you're someone who thinks that the grass is greener in this part of the world, then yes, definitely it is, as you can see. But the reality is the same grass is also covered by snow at times. So what I'm trying to say is, just like any other place on this earth, Canada too has its pros and cons, and in this video we'll just discuss that with you out of our own personal experience. And before we get started with the video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and also click on that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our weekly video updates.
So the first reason that you need to really consider is the weather. Back in India, when we were planning to move to Canada, we used to watch a lot of videos wherein people used to say the cold weather is like extreme, harsh condition, and so we had made up a mind stating that we can definitely go through this. Cold is something we need to make sure of. We just have to make sure we wear jacket and all the other gears. So we had made up a mind.
So basically we didn't want to crib that the weather is cold. So once we came here, he definitely kept up to his part of the promise. In fact, he tries to, grow resistance to cold, wearing less layers of clothes and all. But me, now I love winter, okay, I really love it, but my body, it cannot take cold. So and we live in basement, so it kind of adds to it.
Yeah.
So I always feel too much cold. So yeah, I crib at times, in spite of being mentally prepared that I will not, I still do it at times. And also whenever you want to step out of your home during winter especially, checking weather on your phone becomes like a part of your life, right? Before stepping out, you need to check what is the actual weather, how much temperature does it feel like, so
how much layer you need to put on.
yeah.
So
and it almost takes like 15 minutes or 20 minutes of your everyday time, to check the weather, wear all those winter jackets, boots, your gloves and stuff. So it becomes part of your life. And people in tropical weather, we actually take the weather for granted, but once you live in a country like this where you experience such harsh weather, that's when you feel that you need to be grateful for whatever you have, right? The temperature back in our home country, India, is like really awesome. Like, you need not think twice before stepping out of
Sure.
your home, but here you need to do that.
So when we moved to Canada, the first day it was very sunny. It was very pleasant, and they said Feb was extreme condition. It would go to -20, -30, and I was thinking to myself is this the weather that people were complaining about? And then our Uber driver, he said don't be fooled by the weather. It's very good today, very pleasant weather, but wait for tomorrow. So we went. The next day, we could
wake
see,
up and it's snowing, and we were like, oh my god, that was the first time when we actually saw snow. And the entire day we just spent at home. We didn't even step out. We were so scared.
All plans flop.
Okay.
ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀಯಪ್ಪ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿರುತ್ತೆ ರೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಕತೆ.
But again, we had to take that first step, right? So the other next day we went out, and it was like wind, snow, and it was an experience by itself.
Our entire food was covered with snow, and we didn't have proper boots or anything. We were so scared. And somehow we made it to the grocery store to get basic stuff.
So yes, so that's something that you really need to consider when it comes to Canada. And it's not like people are exaggerating, okay? Now, I'm someone who loves clicking pictures, okay? If you follow me on my Instagram, you'll know I'll have all these random pictures of flowers, trees, sky and stuff like that. So even during winter, this kida doesn't go out. So I try to remove my gloves and I start clicking pictures, and within seconds or minutes, your hands literally starts freezing. It's literally like someone is poking your hands with needle, right? It's that tingling sensation. If you want to experience it, just go to your fridge, open your freezer and hold ice in your hand. It's literally that feeling. It's literally like you're living in a freezer. That's exactly how it is during winters. So you should definitely consider this before moving to Canada.
So the second reason is friends and family. So if you are a person who is like very closely connected with your family or friends, and you would feel like, you know, moving out would make a change in your life, then definitely you need to consider, because we do have few friends who have come to Canada, and especially if you're single, that's gonna affect you more. Where you come to Canada, you feel like homesick, you feel like you don't have any
Anyone here?
to anyone, yeah,
right?
basically. And also if you are a social person who like interacting with people, that's really gonna affect you. It might take some time.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is it might take some time, but yeah, that's definitely challenging.
Yeah, so many people whom we know are actually considering going back to India just because they miss their family, they feel homesick, or they don't have a social life here. It will definitely take a couple of years, to build up that thing. Especially if you're an introvert like us, it will take more time.
True.
But yeah, this is something that you should really consider.
Yeah.
People even fall into depression because of it. So please consider it. And if in our case, again, we were mentally prepared for this because it's a very conscious decision that we made to move to Canada. He has been really strong, I must say. Even I'm doing okay, but it's been like more than a year now. It was just once when I really felt homesick and I literally ended up crying. It's on my birthday, because all my life I have like spent my birthday with my family, and for the first time in like 29 years, it was for the first time. It's not like we used to like have big parties and stuff like that. It's just the time you spend with your family. So that is something that you'll really miss after coming here. And if there's something new happening with your family, like maybe they move somewhere or there's a new baby born in your family, so you're gonna miss all those moments in your life for sure. So you really need to be prepared for it before moving to any place for that matter, which is really far from your home country. And Canada is not like, okay, I feel like going back to my home, let me go. It's not like that. It takes almost a day's time or even more to reach your home, and there's this costly flight charges involved. So you need to consider about all these things.
The other thing is, other side of the story is, right now we have technology. It's not that I don't miss my parents or she doesn't miss. It's just that, like, we have WhatsApp, we can call them whenever we want. Maybe that's easing the pain a bit, but yeah, this is something again you need to definitely consider. And
in spite of that being there, but still due to the time difference, like when you are awake they're sleeping, when they are awake you are sleeping, so even that comes into play. So think about all these things. The third thing that we want to discuss about is Canada really makes you an independent person, because back at home, especially if you're living with your family, you tend to rely on your parents and your mom more.
For sure. Like the missing socks.
Yeah, like, ma, my socks is missing. Ma, I
Where
need
are my
tea.
keys?
Yeah, all this will not work here. You need to be completely responsible for everything in your life, from every small decision to big decision, whether buying a vacuum to your home or buying your home itself. Everything you need to decide here, and it really teaches you how to be independent. And you really need to learn to be on your own once you come here, because nobody is gonna come and help you out saying, okay, let me help you with this, I'll do this for you. There's not gonna be that person for you. So if you're someone who is heavily dependent on somebody else, then you might find it a bit difficult to get adjusted here. The fourth thing is somewhat related to our previous point itself. Here you need to start everything from scratch. It's not like you already have a home or a family here who will take care of things. Of course, if you know friends or you have some relatives here, it might be different for you. But still, somewhere you need to start it from scratch, right from renting a place or buying a home, figuring out the transport, or buying your own car. From buying your home appliances to everything, literally you have to need to start from scratch. Now, of course, if you have good amount of savings, and you're taking it to Canada, then maybe the transition process will be much smoother to you. It will not be like too difficult. But for someone like us, forget savings. We had got money out of loan to Canada to survive here. So you cannot afford to spend all that money, right? So you need to have a hold on everything that you do, and to manage everything, it is going to be tough. It's not going to be a easy ride. For sure, the first couple of years,
Gonna be tough.
yeah, it's going to be tough no matter what you say about it. And after that, maybe once you get adjusted to the place and the people here, it's going to be easy. But be prepared to, you know, put
Come
up
out of your comfort zone, or
Yeah.
maybe like, if you're not used to like setting up everything from the scratch, this is something you need to get used to. Like, you need to know what should be there, what has to be done, so you can make a list. That is what we did basically. So yeah, this is something you need to definitely consider.
Our fifth point is the cost of living in Canada, because if you are applying to come to Canada through PR process, then they ask you to get your proof of funds, right, through the FSW program. It comes up to somewhere like 11-12 lakhs for two people
Yeah.
in Indian currency, and this is the estimate for just 6 months of
Of
your
survival.
survival here in Canada. And this is, it's way more than the annual CTC that we used to have
Yeah.
from our jobs in India. So you can imagine the cost of living here, right from your home rent. If you're on a survival job, more than half of your salary will just go in rent, because it's really costly, especially in cities like Toronto or Vancouver, where the real estate is really crazy. You need to shell out a lot of money for rent. Not just that, even if you consider, going and doing your grocery shopping, and as I discussed in my last video, you tend to do that currency conversion, and you see that everything is like half kg of tomato or potato is like 100-200 rupees, and you're like, oh my god, it's really costly.
And one other thing is, here the general labor or anything that requires servicing, like plumbing or electrician, that's like really costly. People, just for the consultation, they have this concept wherein they first come and check. They have this consultation and they charge you like $150 just for the consultation, and then they will tell you whether they can do it or not. And so this is like really costly. So the cost of living, yeah, that's definitely something
That you
you
need
have
to
to look into.
consider, especially if you're coming from a developing country where the currency value is less compared to Canada. Then there's gonna be a slight pinch in your pocket.
Even if you're coming from US as well, like I've seen a lot of videos where people coming from US, like relocating from US to Canada, they say like, why is the tax so high, why is the cost of living so high over here? So yeah, that's definitely gonna be there.
Now, since the cost of living is so high, having a job becomes a mandate here. You cannot be like, "Arey, chalta hai" kind of attitude will not work. You need to work hard to earn your dollars.